Hello, scholars. Today you'll be learning a lesson on summarizing. My name is Miss Bacon, and I am a ninth grade English teacher for 3DE at Savannah High School. Our standard for today is ELA GSC 9-10 RI2. Determine the central idea of a text and analyze its development over the course of a text, including how it emerges and is shaped and refined by specific details. Provide an adjective summary of the text. Our learning target for today is as follows. I can provide an adjective summary of an informational text. An informational text is simply just a non-fiction text, and an adjective summary is just a focus on the important facts and details from the text. Here's some essential academic vocabulary for this lesson. Adjective means to focus on the facts. Do not include personal thoughts and opinions. A summary means just to simply provide an overview. Determine means to make a decision or to simply decide. Analyze means to examine and break something up part by part. And the central idea is the main focus. In a text, it is what the author wants you to remember the most. Here are the steps that you need to take to be successful with this lesson. 1, take notes on writing an adjective summary. 2, read an informational text. 3, highlight the central idea and key details in the text. 4, create a 3-column summary notes chart. 5, use the summary notes chart to write an adjective summary. And 6, revise your work. Here are the materials that you need for this lesson. You will need a pencil and or ink pen, copy of a nonfiction text, notebook paper, and highlighters are optional but preferred. It is highly encouraged that students work independently during this lesson. And when you are finished, don't forget to self-check your work. Please have your writing utensil and paper ready to take notes. How to write an adjective summary for an informational text. Take notes by writing down everything you see in blue. Sometimes when we read, there is so much information in the text that we have to decide what is most important and worth remembering. What is most interesting is not always what is most important. There is often unimportant information in a text, so it's up to us to determine what the central idea of the text is and to omit any minor supporting details. After deciding what is most important, then we have to decide what format will we put our information in that is clear and concise to our reader. And also, we must write enough to convey the central idea of the text. Here's a good time to pause the video to finish your notes. Please continue taking notes by writing everything down in blue. Once you have decided what is most important in a text, you must clearly organize your information. Please do not plagiarize. Restate the information in your own words. Plagiarism is considered literary theft. It is the act of copying words and or phrases directly from a text. When writing an adjective summary, please do not include any personal thoughts or opinions. Remember, adjective means to focus solely on the facts and represent them in your writing. Here's a good time to pause the video to continue your notes. For this lesson, I will be using the informational text Stomp Out Bullying by Jennifer Dignan. And here's a copy of the text that I'll be using. As you are reading the informational text, determine and highlight the central idea. Then collect information to write a 3-part topic sentence, which is step 1. The information that you need to collect is the title of the text and the author's full name. You'll also need to include the central idea written in your own words. And do not forget to use an action verb to introduce your central idea. Here are some of the action verbs or summary verbs that you can use in your topic sentence. Shows, describes, explains, discusses, lists, explores, illustrates, teaches, compares, and states. Please pause the video to continue your notes. Once you have decided on what information is most important and you have found your information for your 3-part sentence, you will want to be sure that you also highlight the key ideas or details from the text that supports the central idea. So you will want to choose at least 3 to 5 key details from the text. If the text does not have subheadings, pick 1 or 2 key details from the beginning of the text, 1 or 2 key details from the middle of the text, and 1 or 2 key details from the end of the text. If the text does have subheadings, pick 1 to 2 essential details from the introduction section and from each subheading that follows. Be sure to write the key details in your own words. Pause the video to finish your writing your notes. Step 3. Now it's time to create a 3-column chart on your notebook paper. In the first column, label it, name it, and fill in the name of the nonfiction text as well as the author's full name. The second column, please label that verb it. This is where you will include your verb that introduces your central idea. In the third column, label that central idea. Here is where you will place the central idea that you have highlighted in your nonfiction text in your own words. Just a note of caution, when you're choosing action verbs, please be sure that it is an action verb that you are familiar with, or one that you have taken the time to find the definition in the dictionary. Each word has specific usage patterns that is significant to its meaning. So the chart reads, Stomp Out Bullying by Jennifer Dignan shows why bullying is a problem and how it can be solved. This will be used for our first sentence in our objective summary. Now focus on the key details at the bottom. This is taken directly from the text to show how it supports the central idea. The first key detail, I wrote in my own words. Thousands of teens miss school daily as 1 in 4 teens experience bullying. I chose this key detail because it actually supports the problem of bullying. The second key detail, many schools and organizations have established anti-bullying programs to stop this problem. This is essential to the central idea as it shows how the problem of bullying is being solved. And the third key detail, to stop bullying, individuals should speak up when they are bullied or when they see bullying happen. This last detail definitely supports how the problem of bullying can be solved. Now I will be taking these statements and forming a clear paragraph that supports the central idea of the text. Please pause the video to complete your chart. Now here's an example of an objective summary for the informational text, Stomp Out Bullying. The article Stomp Out Bullying by Jennifer Dignan shows why bullying is a problem and how it can be solved. The author discusses how thousands of teens miss school to avoid being bullied. In fact, 1 out of 4 teens experience bullying. Many schools and organizations have established anti-bullying programs to address this problem. To help stop bullying, students should speak up when they are bullied or when they see bullying happen. As you can see, for the very first sentence, this was taken directly from our summary notes chart. I have included the title of the text, the author's full name, and the restatement of the central idea. Notice the bolded red words. These are called transitional phrases, or what I like to call in my class, sentence starters. These allow you to create a more concise and logic flow of your ideas. They are help to you to insert the central idea into your paragraph. And you can see the green highlight here. These are just the key details that I've taken from our summary notes chart and inserted it into paragraph form. Now it's your turn. Choose an interesting nonfiction text from online platforms like Common Lit or Newsella. Highlight the central idea and at least 3 key details in the text. Use a blank sheet of paper to create and record your summary notes chart. This will help you include all parts of an objective summary and not to forget something important. You may also use any notes you have taken today. Write your objective summary for the nonfiction text. And last, don't forget to self-check when you're finished. All right, now that you have written your objective summary, now it's time for our closing. Here's a simple checklist where you can use to review your work. If you can answer yes to all of these questions, then you have a proficient objective summary for an informational text. So the first question, did I include the title of the text and the author's full name? Did I include the correct action verb for my topic sentence? Did I determine the central idea of the text? Is it written in my own words? Did I write key details that support the central idea? Is it written in my own words? Did I use transitional phrases to introduce the key details from the text? Remember, it's always good practice to have a peer review your work or a parent. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I do thank you for your time of learning about objective summaries.